Hi guys, today I wanted to talk with you about the self trip, so why you should actually go for this kind of trip, like the solo trip, and why it's really worth it. So basically, I went for my first solo trip 2 years ago in November because it was kind of the moment that I didn't have like too many people around myself, and also like in the city that I study, I was just alone. So basically it started all like I just searched for everything like very rapidly, and yeah, I went for this trip, and I would say like this trip was like the trip of my life because I learned so many new things about myself, and also like you learn how much you can enjoy yourself during this time, and also the thing that wouldn't happen while you're on the trip with somebody else. Like you meet so many like amazing people that are either like giving you some guidance during the trip or like are having fun with you actually. And the funny fact was that I actually went without the camera, so like not without the camera, but without anybody that could take like pictures of me. And I found a guy that actually was looking for the same thing, so we actually were doing like pictures of each other, making pictures of each other. So I would say like everything that you're looking for is like on your way, and the adventures that you can have during your solo trip are like really amazing. And I myself, I would say like I would rather book a hotel like if I'm going solo for the trip, since it's like more safer, definitely, like especially in the town that you didn't know. And that was the case with me. Like I went to Malta, and I love talking about this trip because I think like this was the first trip in my life that I truly like enjoyed, and that I was like truly present in like every second of this trip, and that I wanted to like explore the most. Because I would say like if you're arranging the whole trip by yourself and also like paying for all the costs, it's totally different, because then like from your side, you want to like enjoy it as much as you can, and also like see all the attraction that like the city has to offer. And yeah, I would say like everybody of you like should try at least once this kind of trip in your life, because once you're gonna try it once, you wouldn't want to stop basically. Because there are some cities, like if you're going solo, I would say there are a few like really important things that you have to check and before you're going for this trip. So like I would say like the places that you shouldn't really like go to, obviously there are districts, and like every city that's as solo person most of the time like shouldn't go to, not to have any kind of like problems, or to have a safe trip, just and also you should check like how the transport works, what are the apps for the transport. This was the thing that I didn't really check, and then later on like at the airport I found it out because I was with the Maltanian woman that actually helped me out. But it's not always the case. Sometimes in some countries, like the people don't speak that good English, and that was the case also in that town. That's not really too many people were speaking English at that airport, and I couldn't really get a taxi. But I think I would say like in the bigger cities that's rare, but that wasn't that much big one, so country. And also like I didn't have also like, and you have to read some informations about the town. And yeah, I would say like, but the solo trip overall, like it's a thing that it's kind of like making you feel so unbelievably happy, and like you become a person that you were kind of never before, because obviously everybody is kind of scared in before the solo trip, and because you don't know what's gonna happen, and you're afraid that you're like not surrounded by anybody else. But I would say like that's the most fun in it, that all the people that you meet like on your way are like really good people, and are the people that like you really want to spend time with, and that are teaching you something at the end. and and yeah, I would say like definitely like if you have a chance to like go on the trip with yourself, and you want to basically try it, and you have been thinking about it since like a long time, and you still didn't do that, then I would definitely suggest you to do it, because like the effort that you put in it, like for the search and everything, it's truly worth it. And like you shouldn't resign on the last moment. I remember like I was going for this trip to Malta, and I was super happy, super excited. This was my first time in this country, But I got very scared at the very morning I woke up. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the day. I'm so excited, but I'm also scared what's gonna happen there. And I was also arriving at the very late evening to the new country, new town. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I would say like, even though, you know, like, I would say like there is no situation in which you cannot cope, and you should like take it with like big positivity, and everything that's gonna come like on your way, it's gonna be a good thing. And you always have like your phone to like search for the informations just in case something happens, and that's why you should do a little bit of research about the country and the city as such. When they close, when the shops close, for example, or like anything else that you need. And also with the currency, you should check it, like whether you have to have the money with yourself, or have it exchanged, or you can pay by card or whatever else. Like that is very crucial. But yeah, I would say like going first time for like the solo trip, it's like really, I would say, a person that is going after like on this kind of trip is like becoming super independent, and also like truly believing in themselves. And I would say like if you have a harder moment in your life, and that moment actually that I went for this solo trip, after I came back, I was like, whenever I'm gonna have like a harder moment in my life, like I know what is like my real joy. I'm not saying like everybody of you will have it the same way, but I would say like it's worth trying because it gives you like a real power, and like you get control, like you control like your whole life, I would say, like in that moment. And the learnings that you get from this kind of trip, like kind of being able to do everything that you need, and also like you're just alone on this trip, so you can decide about everything, which is sometimes lacking once you're like taking your friends or girlfriends or boyfriends, like whoever else, like, or family members. So I would say that's also the very crucial part in it. And if you're still thinking about it, I would say like really don't really think about it too much, just do it. And later on like thank me for the results, because it's gonna be amazing. It's truly gonna be amazing. Like it doesn't matter what stage you're now in, and whether you're feeling like, even with the language, like super comfortable or not, like you should go and you should try. Like, you know, in those times, like we have billions of like help also from like the phone, the translator, whatever else you need. So, and there are also the people around you that are gonna know the language, so it's not like you're alone and people are not gonna help you. Obviously people are gonna help you. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching today, this video, and I hope now you're gonna go for your solo trip and enjoy the time with yourself, because I would say like at the very end you have just yourself, and you should truly like believe in yourself with everything. And yeah, also invest in yourself. Like if there are any places that you want to go to but you have nobody to go with, like truly just take yourself and be like, wow, like now I'm like a king queen and I can just go and, you know, fully like live my dreams and not really wait for anybody, because it's not really worth it. Like it's your trip, make it your trip, and it will be truly grateful. Thank you so much for watching once again, and if you like this kind of content, also please leave me some comments, likes, and subscribe this channel, as well as like if you have any content that you would want me to talk about, please let me know as well. Have a great evening.